Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. Today I am going to teach the CRUD application using Laravel 11, right? So here Laravel, you have to go to the official site of Laravel. So just type on the Google Laravel, click on this first link. It goes to the documentation page, right? So here the version is selected as the current version is Laravel 11, right? If you go lower version, you can select them, right? Okay, so I'm going to keep Laravel 11. So here these are the documentation. So now first step, I'm going to install the Laravel 11. So go below of the documentation. This is the things. This is how we have installed the Laravel 11. So this is the version we don't need these things. So if you have to click on this, here this click on this. So you have to. I'm going to go to my G drive. I'm going to create a new project. So I'm going to create Laravel 11 projects. This is a folder I'm going to create. Inside this folder, I'm going to type cmd command to open up my command prompt window. Right? So I'm going to paste this one. Copy this. Right? This command, paste on here. So how to install the Laravel 11? Compose or create projects. This is a create project. This is a predefined. Laravel. This is the version they are mentioned it. So we no need the version this one. It's automatically take up the newest version, right? So you don't need this one. It automatically take up the newest version. What is the current version? If you are not specify the version, its current version is Laravel 11. It automatically get your machine and install it, right? So here I'm going to give my project name is here. This is my documentation. I have prepared it. So for your employee app. So I just copy this name, employee app. So I'm going to give here as employee app, right? Press enter key on your keyboard. Now you can see here, it's automatically the current version is get installed here. It's Laravel 11. You don't need to specify the version. Okay, so if you want to go for the lowest version, you have to specify the version. For this Laravel 10 or 9, 8. Okay, so then the current version, you don't need to specify the version. It automatically take care of Laravel. It can install it take the current version and install it in your machine, right? Now the installation is beginning, so you have to wait until the installation is completed. Now you can see the Laravel has been installed successfully. You can see here, right? So everything installed successfully. You will be able to see here. Now what you're going to do is, now I'm going to go to run the Laravel application, right? So you go to my project directory. This is my project has been created successfully. La employee app, right? This is the name which we given as a project name, right? So while we installed here employee name, so folder has been created. So go inside the folder, all the relevant folder and file has been created, right? Now first step, I'm going to run the app and see how the welcome page of Laravel 11. So type the cmd command. Simply you type the command php artisan serve. Press enter key on your keyboard. Now it generate the URL. You just copy this URL. Back, open up the new browser. Right. Now press enter key on your keyboard. Now this is the Laravel 11 look like. Here. So version Laravel 11. Okay, it's look like this. This is the user interface. Okay, this is the word. Okay, so Laravel look like this 11. Right. Now what you're going to do is, now let's moving to my project. My server is running. Now I'm going to go to my project. This all the folder and files. I'm going to open up the VS Code editor, right? If you are not still install the VS Code editor in your machine, you have to go to the Google and type VS Code download. Click on this link. and you have to download the corresponding operating system. What is operating system you want to download? If you go for a Windows, you can click on this option. If it is Mac, click on this option. If it is a Linux, you can click on the option and download the VS Code editor in your machine and install it. Right. After that, what you're going to do is this entire project I'm going to open up in my VS Code editor. Right. Simple step is go to the address bar of your project. Here is the address bar of your project. Right. Click on this. You have to type command from tab here. Get the command from. This is the your project folder and file structure. You have to type by the command code space dot to open your entire project into VS Code editor. Look like this if you want to open it. Right. So trust author. You click on this. So here all your projects and folder is open. Your files and folder is open up successfully. Right. In the very first step, what you are going to do is here as the documentation after create the project. Here you can see that it's successful. Here it will be explained. Change the env file. So by default, database connection is Laravel 11 as SQLite. So let's go to the .env file, right? So before that, you have to run the XAMPP server. Okay, before do the project, there are no students are running. Okay, you have to run in the XAMPP server. Okay, that is must, right? So here first step env file. You have to go to the env file. Here these are all the database configuration part. So you can see here the default connection is in my Laravel 11 as SQLite by default, right? Now if you want to change it as a MySQL, so here in your keyboard, hold down the control key down and press slash, sorry, hold on the control key down and press, sorry, not here, right? This is the all things it is commanded. Select this one, hold on the control key down and press slash on your keyboard. So the command is the command will be removed. So here like this. Here I'm going to show you here control plus slash on your keyboard, right? So again I'm going to do it, undo it. So here this is the command, this command it. So here control plus slash, so the command will be removed. Now here I'm going to change my database connection. Instead of SQLite, I'm going to change it as MySQL, right? So the port where your MySQL is running here, this is the port where your MySQL is running. This port you have to given here. This is the localhost. Okay, localhost port is this, right? So database name, which is a default, it is created as, which is a Laravel. So now what you're going to do is, I'm going to create a new database. So go to my, so where my XAMPP, go to the admin, click on this admin here. It goes to here, the MySQL dashboard to create the MySQL database. So here I'm going to create a new database, whatever name I'm going to create. So I already DB office. So here I'm going to do DB LOC office. I just give the name as some office name, DBLOC office, right? So you can give whatever name, right, of your project name. Click create, right? Your database name, your database is created successfully. The same name I just copied without any spelling mistake by writing DB database name. You have to paste it. Control C to copy here, paste it over here, right? The default username and password when you download the XAMPP server in your machine, you are installed in your machine, default username is root, password is blank. Okay, if you change the username and password, that username and password you should given here as a user credential of MySQL database, right? So now we are all the configuration is we have done based on the documentation. So MySQL, we have SQLite, we have to change it as MySQL. This is the localhost. So this is the port where your MySQL server is running. This is the database where you created, right? This is the user credential of MySQL. So right, we have did successfully. Now let's, once you done it, okay, you have to, don't forget to save. Okay, so you have to save all. Right, done the first step in your project, which is a database configuration part. Right here it's explained default, by default is coming like this. You have to change it as the way you have to, like this. Right, after that you can run it. Okay, so PHP artisan serve and you can test it, no problem. Right, so after that what you're going to do is, we have run it this one, PHP artisan serve, and we have already here it's tested, right? So here, right, after that what you're going to do is the second step, which is a migration part. You have already created the database. Inside the database, what is there? Okay, so this is, if you open up the database, here, this is your database. Inside the database, what is there? It consists of the tables, or the collection of tables. Okay, you can create whatever tables. Okay, you can create number of tables inside this database, right? So here, how to create the tables? There is a migration command. So how to write the migration command? PHP artisan make migration create. Here you have to write the plural, not a singular. Employee, if you write only employee, it's not, it's wrong. You have to write as a plural letter here. That is the efficient way to write the programming of Laravel 11, right? So here what I'm going to do is, here I'm going to open up here, rather than go to the project directory and type the command. Here simply we have they given the terminal window here as well, the VS Code editor. Open up the new command window, terminal window is coming here. I'm going to type this command. What is the command? PHP artisan. So PHP artisan. Right, this is the command. Right. So let's type it. Right, let's type it. So you type it as PHP artisan make migration, create, you have to write create what I did is here, create employees. So you have to write you have to create employees table. Here employees table, here the same thing, employee table. This is the migration. PHP artisan make migration create employee. This is the table I'm going to create inside the DB LOC Office database, right? So press enter key on your keyboard. Here your migration is done successfully. They given the path where your migration is created, right? So you go inside the database. Here's a database migration. There is a folder migration. Here this is the database migration. Your file is this. This is the file, right? Here this table name, which is a employees, right? Here they are given the auto increment ID automatically. This is a timestamp. Okay, it automatically taken the created date and time, all things. It automatically Laravel has been created. Only the thing that you have to create, what are the tables columns you need. So I need the columns as only these columns, right? So here we have to write like this. So here simple first things I'm going to write here like this. So the table here you have to write the string. This is a string data type, right? This is a string data type. Okay, so here I'm going to mention as an employee name. Say employee name. So I'll write it single quotation emp name. You have to write like this. This is the efficient way to write it. Okay, so specify the data type string, say employee name. After that we have to write DOB. So you have to write table here DOB, which is nothing but a date. So you have to write date, which is a date format. You have to write this one is a DOB. which is a DOB. It's a DOB. Right. Third one, I'm going to create the third column, which is the same thing. I'm just copy and paste it here. This one should be also the string. This one I'm going to say the phone, because phone we no need to give the integer because I'm not going to do any validation part. So I'm going to keep as string. It's fine. Right. This is I'm going to be nullable. Right. So we have to get a nullable. You write this nullable. Just given as a nullable. That's it. That's the thing you have to write. Okay. These are the three columns you have to create a employee name, DOB, and phone. Now, after done the things, file save all. You make it as save all. After you must don't forget it. You must save all. Then only it will be applied. Right. Now you have to run the command, which is what is the command you have to run it here. You have to migrate the table PHP artisan migrate. Right. So you type PHP artisan migrate. Press enter key on your keyboard. Now here your migration has been done. Here your migration has been done. So if you want, you can go and check your database. So where's my here different browser here? Click on this. Here everything should be earlier. There is no columns. Now here there is no tables. Now that all the tables has been created, the employee table you have created yourself here, it has been created, right? Other tables are created by Laravel. Defaultly it will be created session users and everything. This is a table you have created, right? Which table? Employees table. Fine. Here employee name, DOB, phone, as you given the name over here. Based on the column name you are given, it will be created over here, right? The simple stuff, it is done, right? I hope you guys you have understand so far well. Let's move to the further steps. Right now your table creation has been done. Now let's moving to another one, is a controller creation. This is the one where you manage your entire project, right? Controller, we are not create the single controller, we are not create the blank controller. Instead of that, we have created the resource controller. What is the meaning by the resources controller? It has created all the related method of the CRUD operations: create, delete, update. All the CRUD related operation it will be created. So it is a simple way you have to create it, right? Let's write it and check it so that you have clear understand. So we have write PHP artisan. So you have write PHP artisan make colon controller. What is the name of the controller? Here you can create the controller where you can create. It's not a plural. It's make it as a singular, right? So the project I'm going to create the controller, which is the employee controller. So employee controller. Employee controller. So employee controller, you have to create the employee controller. So you have to change this one as an employee controller. So, okay, it's a resources. Okay, right? Resource. It's a resource controller, which is a resource controller, right? Say employee controller, which is a resource controller. Press enter key on your keyboard. PHP. Alright, that name is wrong here. Artisan name here. It's telling. If you have made any mistake, it's telling where the error is coming. So artisan. So you write artisan. Artisan. Press enter key on your keyboard. Now your controller has been created here. Where your controller has been created? App HTTP controllers. App HTTP controllers. Here employee controller. It has been created. If you open up here, all your CRUD related method has been created. Simply it has been created successfully. Perfect. Okay, this is the CRUD related methods. You can see here. Index, create, store, show, edit, update, and restore. These are the method has been created successfully. Perfect. Right? You have created the good job right now. Right. Now what you're going to do is, after that, what I'm going to do is, you did it good work. After that, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to create the models, right? After create the models, we have to do it here, right? Models. Model, which is, what is a model? Which is communicate with the database to get the data and pass it to the controller, right? Once the request is coming from the routes, this is the flow Laravel is working. The routes which is passing the data to request to the controller. Controller get the data from where models. The model is the part where communicate with the database, right? So how to create the model? We have to create the model. Here also simply, this one also singular, not plural. You have to write PHP. You have to click on this here. PHP artisan make model. Make model. You have to create employee. The name of the model is employee. Press enter key on your keyboard. The model has been created. Right. Now the controller. Here you can see the inside the app folder. There is a model. It's a controller. Inside this controller, we have a employee controller. The same app folder here, we have a folder model. This model, there is a file has been single file has been created employee. Right here, I am going to specify this code. Right now, I'm going to explain. Don't worry. Simply, what did this code? Right. So here you have to write it here. This one as a protected table, which is an employees table. So this employees table means here this is an employees table, right? So here we have to type like this, protected. You write this is a variable. The way we have to create the Laravel tables. You write employees. The table name which is employee table. Protected is a primary key which is a ID. This table we have a primary key called as ID, which is a primary key. If you go to the structure, you can see this is a primary key. Okay, every program is a primary key. It's a primary key. It will be set. The ID which is a primary key is given here. ID. After the fillable column, these are the columns you have created. Which is column? Employee name, DOB, and phone number. Right? So here, these are the columns. This is there. This column should be created by Laravel defaultly. We don't need them. Only these columns we are going to pass the data. These are the columns. Right? We are get and pass the data. So we have to, what is the column you have created? You have specified protected fillable. Inside the array, you have write it, specify the columns. If you write another email address, phone number, you have write it here. Okay, the same way you have write it here, right? So this is the model creation. This is a model creation, right? Okay, okay, this is the model creation. I hope you guys you understood the model creation well, right? Now let's moving to the another thing which is a view creation, right? What's a view? This is the front end. Okay, we have the front end, we have designing, all the design part. We have a form, we have the form creation part, right? So yeah, what I did here, see, I'm going to explain it. Create the view. Inside the views folder, so view, where we are going to find the views. So you can go to the resources folder. Inside the resources folder, there is a views folder. Inside the views folder, I have mentioned it. Create the layout folder, layouts folder. You get the layouts folder. So you're right. The same thing I just copied. Inside the views folder, I'm going to create new folder, layout folder, layouts folder. Right. So layout folder. What's the problem? Layouts. Right, great. Press enter key. It's a layout folder. Your type and enter key. Okay. Layouts folder. Right. Inside the layout folder, what you're going to do is you have to create the file which is app.blade.php. You have a app.blade.php. This is our layout file. This is a template file, right? App.blade.php. So here inside the layout folder, right click new app.blade.php. So here in PHP we have only given this extension only PHP. If when you are moving to the Laravel framework, you have another extension called Blade. This also come with the extension of Laravel. You have to write this one. Then only Laravel program is knows. This is the file. Okay, this is a new extension blade.php present. Right now the app.blade.php. Right now the template file is created. Now what you're going to do is here in VS Code editor, simply shift or the shift key and 1 here. This mark is display, or on the shift key plus 1. Click on this. Here it's automatically HTML is displayed. You don't worry about that. Right. Now here I'm going to documentation, so I'm going to create this as employee CRUD application and give the title. Okay, right. Now here within the body, I'm going to, what you're going to do is here, I'm going to do the some couple of things. Right. So first I'm going to write this one, heal content. So here write heal content. The heal mean, so only if you are click on the there, if you imagine, if you have a home page, about us page, context page, if you have clicked the home page, it goes to the home page. If you have clicked the context page, it's got the context page. Okay, the heal content, the body content not change, the body content is changed, header and footer is the same thing. Okay, so that's the things as template, right? So what you're going to do is here I'm going to add those things, right? So in the file we have to add those things. So here simply you have to click on this heal content, right? So here I'm not going to add the header and footer, so only the body things only I'm going to do it, right? Okay, so here I'm in heal content. If you have a body text here, if you need a nav bar and everything, you have to write it here, right? If you need a nav bar of your project, you have to put it here, right? So I at the moment I no need, so only the heal content you write here, heal content, right? After that, here what I'm going to do is after that our layout is inside the layout folder. We have created the app.blade.php folder. Here only we have got heal content, right? So the content is here is the content, right? So here file save all, right? After that, what you're going to do is go to the my documentation. Inside the views folder, create another folders libraries. We have to go to the folder libraries, right? Create the which are script and styles files. These are the files we have to create, scripts and styles. So I'm going to uh, views folder. I'm going to create another folder which is a library. So libraries, present key library folder is created. This library folder I'm going to create two different files, which is a scripts styles, sorry, it's like this one, file styles dot blade dot php. This is the extension you write it, that's why it's so error. Another one is a scripts dot blade dot php, right? So we have different files here. This file, the script is only all the css file you have to put in this folder, or the javascript files you have to put in this folder. Okay, so this is the efficient way to create the project. So in this project I'm going to create the basics one. So you have to create, this is the structure you have to, when you are writing the project, you write like this: libraries, scripts, styles and scripts, right? Styles, I'm going to implement the bootstrap style. So you have to go to the bootstrap official website. You write bootstrap the bootstrap 5. This is the version, newest version. You have to click on this. This is the bootstrap css. Copy this back to my project. This is my back to my project. I have to paste it over here. This is the style, right? So after the script.blade.php, here I'm going to js file bundle. You have to copy this, back it here, just paste it over here, right? This is how we have to get the bootstrap css and js server, right? So we have a script and styles. This is how we have create a style. So if you want the custom CSS only, we have to write it like this. So here we have to link it. It's no problem. Right. Perfect. Okay, we have done it successfully. Now let's back to my documentation. Right. So now here we have to import this one. Here stack. Here this one style. This file which is a based on the CSS. So in Laravel there is a annotation stack. This is CSS. We have to call it as CSS. This stack CSS. This is a style. All the CSS style we are related size you have to paste in this file. You have to call as CSS script. So here we have write the JavaScript file. So you have to say here write JS, right? So all the scripts we have to write it here. CSS styles you have write stack CSS. All the JavaScript file you have write it here. Yes, we have write all the validation part on everything here, right? File save. You have to give the things. This is based on the CSS file. This is based on the Laravel. Sorry, JS. Right, that's it. Okay, I hope you understood the things well. Right. Now we have done the like this part. Now I'm going to create the pages part. Right, we have two pages we are going to create, index and edit page. So select the views folder. So here my documentation also explain inside the views folder. Create another folder which is the pages. Inside the folder, create two files which is the edit and index pages. So select the views folder, right click new folder. Here create the folder which is the pages. Press enter key, create as pages created. Select the pages page, right click new. First one is the index.blade.php. This is the first page I'm going to create. Second page I'm going to create as a edit.blade.php, the second page. Right. We have two different pages. I'm going to create. I have created, right? Inside the pages folder. Right. Index.blade.php page, what you're going to do is my all the CRUD operation. So I'm going to explain, don't worry. I'm going to explain, don't worry, these all things, right? Okay. So this all the things are which is all the bootstrap and styles. Okay, so I just copy and paste and I'll be explain, don't worry. This all the source code I provide you in my video description. You will be able to get that, right? So here you can see here simply if I write and do it this one, it take too much of time to complete the project. And this is simple form design of bootstrap. Okay, so if you have any problem, you just go and this is a bootstrap official website. You can select the form. Here the simple form, you can see the forms. Here's the form design. So not here, this form. So form. Here the form design. Here you can see the form design of bootstrap. Here the simple form design course. The simple form design I have designed it over here. Right. First we have a index.php. This is a page. So index page. Here we have to write the layout.tab. Layout.tab means here this is the layouts. App means this is a template. This is a template. The body will be coming here. Right. So here we have, if you have a nav bar or footer we are implemented, it will be coming the project. We are not implement any, we not any created any header and footer. It's just a blank. If you want to put the header and section and footer section, you can give it here, right? So it will be common header and footer. It will be coming all the pages. So that we have implemented over here, which is a this one. Okay, so app. So here you don't you have to specify the extension, only you given here this name only app, it will be automatically taken. Okay, the extends layouts mean inside the layouts folder we have app folder. Look at app only. It's a layout file. After that section content mean this is the content. Here this is the content. What is the your content you are given? It will be displayed. So okay, the content is given here. This is the content. You are right. This is all the contents files. This content file is we have to call it here. Here we know we don't have any HTML files. Only this section only. This all the this content is call it here. This is the content. This body is the body is there. Inside this body coming here this content. This all the contents. Okay. So here what I did is in the content what I create we have a simple form design. Right. So here header we have write the employee registration. This is the heading employee registration. So you have here we have created the division tag. You have to given the bootstrap size container. Okay. After that, inside this division tab, you have to create the heading which is a employee registration. After that, we have to write a row. You have table row. Right here, you have to have space. You have to behind the space. So it will be here first one. This is the column size you have given. It's 8. So if you write it here, if you have, I want to give you here as a 10. It's a little bit bigger, right? So little bit bigger, 10. Concept 10. After that, you can see here over here. Okay, the column size you can do it up to 12. Okay, this 12 is the last one, so we have tried a 10. It's okay. After that, you have a form area. This we have to style it. You have this telling this one later on. So this style we have given. So this is form. It's a form implementation. So here, right here, we have the form consists of employee name, DOB, and phone number. So here the model also we have given same thing. We have some model. We have created the same thing here. The model here, employee name, DOB, phone. The same things we have created in the form field. The form field we have created employee name, DOB, and phone. Okay, these are the fields. Employee name, phone, and phone. These are the form. Simple form we have registration form we have created. This form consists of one button which is a register button. Right, this register button. Right. Okay, the register button. This is the thing we have created. Right. So after that, if you are click submit button, what you have to do it here is it goes to where employee mean. So if you imagine if you have filled the form, employee name you have filled it, DOB you are selected. As you selected, I already show here. I already show the example before I show the demo window as well. The same thing. Employee name you are typed, DOB you are selected, date of birth you are selected, and phone number you have to type it. Click register button. It goes to where it goes to employee controller store action method. So whereas the employee controller is the employee controller. It's decided on HTTP employee controller. Which method? Employee store action method. Right? So what you're going to do is here in this method, first we have this method. First we have to implement the which one you have to implement it. You have to given the path of the model. The method is where decided. The model through it will be add that according to the database. So what you're going to do is I'm going to go to my documentation, my documentation, which is a path. I'm going to see the path. This is a path, right? So it's a path. You have to write it over here. Use app mean this is the app folder. Inside the app folder models. The models path. My model name is employee.php. That's an employee. Here these are the data schema. This via it will be communicate with the database table. This table it will be communicated and add the record into the database. This of the flow is working, right? So what you're going to do is after that I'm going to set the path successfully. Now here I'm going to back here. Now here inside the controller section here we have to create the variable employee. You have protected, you write it here, variable employee. You don't copy and paste it, you have to write it here. The time consuming, I am going to copy and paste it, so here don't do it. After that I'm going to public function, I'm going to construct here what I did is this employee. You have to write the employee, this employee you have to call it over here. This employee, new employee mean this is the model. This model we have to create this object over here, this model, right? Simply you have to create the model like this. Simple, this model you have to write this model through we have add the record or edit the record or view the record. All the things we are done by this model. This controller it will be passing the request to models a part which is goes to here. This all the schema and through communicate with the database and get the data and add the data and update the data and delete the data. Do all the operations, right? So what I'm going to do is So now I'm going to go to the thing is here. The second is a create method, which is a create method, right? So index method we will be see later on. Create method, right? Create and store method, right? So the create method we don't put any add button and everything. So we don't need this method. We have to simply go to the store method. Okay. So here in our code I explain after after we have to uh, after employee name your type DOB type and phone number type and click submit button. It goes to the employee controller store action method. So this is the store action method. Here we have to add the record into the database. So what I did here is here store action method here. How to write it here? Here write it here. This this employee. There is a free defined method here. Laravel, how is it easy? You see here. There is a simple method which is a create method. You just create. You just say the create request all. What is the meaning of request all mean? Here, once you click on this submit button, so all the value should be goes to. So here we have to get a CRS token over here through it goes the value to employee controller store action, which is all the way. It's coming by this one, this way. Employee name, DOB, and phone. We have type the time name attributes. This of this name it should be goes to where here this request all things coming. What's the name? You have given some name and DOB and what is the thing? Phone number. It's coming to here this request. Right? This request is coming here. If there is a function is all mean all the things, all the values are coming here. Right? All the values are coming here. If you call it here, this employee, mean here this is the employee. This is the employee model. You have to create the object of this employee. So we have a object. There is a method called create. If you click create, you create the record onto the database table. After that, once you create, redirect back. You have to write redirect, it will be redirected. Right. This is a simple way you have to write it. Very simple. Okay, very simple. I hope you understood how to store the record. Right? Simple. This is a form, the simple form fields. Once you click register button, it goes to the employee controller store action method. Say employee controller store action method. Receive all the records coming from this form. Employee name, DOB, phone. Take this and here have a create method to add the record into the database fields. Perfect. After add the record, we have to view the record. So view the record. When the form is open up, we have to view the records from the table. Right. So how to do the thing is here first go to my documentation. Here this one we have to do these things. Copy this out of paste it over here. I will explain it. Right. So the response when it's a response, the response when the page is open up, the page is waiting for the response to load the data. So it is a employees. You have to write the employees. You have to give the name as employees. This load all the employees from where the model. So model object you have created such is employees. All mean or what is the employee record is available. So all the employee data which is available in the database table. This database table. So this database table. All the records, all the data is available database table. If you click all, it's loading and passing to here. Right? It is passing to here. So response. The response is we are passing here. So it's returned the view to which where we have to all the data we are retrieving from the employee database table, and we have to passing to where we have to pass it. We are passing the view which is inside the pages folder index page. So we have looked into the pages folder. So where's my pages folder? This is my pages folder. Pages folder index dot here this one. So here we have created the table design here. Simple bootstrap tables, right? So the simple bootstrap tables. Okay, so here is a table. You can see here. It's a table. These are all the column headings: employee name, DOB, phone, and action, which is an edit and delete operation. In order to make the edit and delete operation, we have action. It's a column, separate column we have created. So here you can see the employees. Here we have write a for each loop, right? So here we have a table columns. It will be written in the table column. So here we have write the for each loop employees. Where is coming the employees mean this employees. This response means all the records will be getting and put into this employees. It will be coming as a response. So you took the response employees as a key. Here we have write it as a plural. You get one by as a singular. Uh, this is the standard way to getting the record in Laravel. Employees as a key, you have to get one by one employees, right? So first one here write plus key means one by one it will be 1 2 3 like this, it incremented. The first one employee is employee. What's the way it's coming? Employee name, DOB, phone, the same way. What's the way you're writing the employee columns? Employee name, DOB columns. These are the same names you're writing over here. Employee name, DOB, phone. Right this way. Here, what's the way you are implemented as a model? This is the way data will be receiving. If you have written the different name, it will be wrong. Okay, it will be wrong. It will be coming like here, right? Okay, the same way we have display. After that, this one way we have display, right? After that, we have edit and delete operation. So before that, what you're going to do is I'm going to file, save all. I'm going to run the project and see whether it's working fine or not. All the things you check it. PHP art. And before that, before check it, we have a path. We have forgot to do the path. Which is the path? There is another section called routes. Web.php. This is the welcome page. It will be written. So here you can, here it's a welcome page. I want to make the controller over here as if the request is coming. The request is coming like this is a routes we handling. Okay, so manage routes. The request is coming slash employees. Okay, so all the, if you have put the resources instead of writing get, post, put all the things, so all the CRUD operation is managed by the resources. So you have written resources here, route resources. This all the get, put, put, post, all the match will be decided here. This method will be handling all the CRUD operation. Slash employee, if the request is slash employee, it goes the employee controller. So employee controller, you have to mention the path where your employee controller is resided. So the path where your employee controller is resided, here your employee controller is resided. Use your write the use keyword inside the app folder, HTTP folder. Inside the HTTP folder, we have a controller folder. Inside the controller folder, we have an employee controller is resided, right? So here the request, if you write slash employee, it goes to the employee controller. Right, the slash employee is called the employee controller. Right, employee controller when the request is coming slash employee. This is the management of the URL management system. If the URL is coming slash employee, it goes to the employee controller. Say employee controller. Say employee controller. First, it will be index page is working. Open up the index page. Now let's file save all. Now I'm going to type PHP artisan serve. Let's copy this URL, bring back to the application and put it over here. Now if you check it, it is a welcome page. Now the URL is coming like which way? The URL is coming this way. Slash employee. Just copy this. Slash employee. Press enter key. It's coming, but without at the bootstrap style. The form is working. Why the bootstrap style is not working? Let me check it. So the form is coming, but the bootstrap style is not working. Go to my styles and scripts. Right. The problem is here app.blade.php. This is a page. We haven't called it the my bootstrap styles and JavaScript file. So here we have to call it. So how to call it here? Here you have to call it the way I have written here, like this. Include. There's a include. So here first we have to include the CSS style. So here include my my bootstrap style is inside here. Which folder? You have write include. In PHP also you have write this include annotation libraries. My style is reside on the libraries folder file, which is a styles, right? The same thing we have another one is a JavaScript. The same thing, the JavaScript is reside on this body. Inside the body tag you have to inside the body tag you have to put in the JavaScript scripts. Inside the add tag you have to put it the styles, CSS styles, right? That's it. Okay, this side. Okay, it's a bootstrap style. Okay, so I'll put it here, file, save all. Now let's open up. Now here, refresh it. Now here, it's working perfectly well. Here, it's working perfectly well. Here, it's working perfectly well. Now you can add the data. I'm going to add the data, which is a Ragu. DOB, I'm going to select as something. I'm going to select as here, 8 February 14. Phone number, I'm going to type something here. Phone number, click register button. Here, it registers successfully. It's working. If you click on this, it's working successfully at the data into a database table. Right? After add the data, here you will be able to view the data. Simply view the data. Now I'm going to add another data, which is a check. You select this check. That's also something the DOP. I'm going to select as a DOP 11 January. Phone number. Click register button. Right, it's working perfectly well. Right. Now here another one we have to do it is a edit and delete the data. This thing these two operation we have to do it. Right. Let's do the things. Let's back to over here. Now let's jump into the edit and delete section. So what you're going to do is I'm going to go to my uh, index page here. Here if you click on the edit button, so you have written the code over here. I have written the code here. It goes to the employee controller edit action method along with the employee ID. So when you edit or delete the record, we can't do it without the ID. The ID is a primary key, okay, of the table. The unique employee, if you want to delete, so we have to make the primary key. So that's why it goes to edit. If you click the edit button, it goes along with the details, the selected details along with the primary key, right? So this is a button, right? So if you click this button, it goes to this button along with the primary key of the database table. So you have to write employee ID, right? Now here it's getting is an employee, it's a ID, it's a primary, this is this one, this ID. Okay, right? This goes to the page which is a employee edit page. So employee edit page, we are receiving the values. So how to receive the values? So where's my documentation? This is the same code. So just copy the same code. I just copy it, paste over here. So here, what you're going to do is here the same code. I'm going to employee registration, employee update, right? Employee update page. So you write it over here. Here the same. This all the things are same. So this ID. So it's a form. So this form is coming to the record here. You have to write the CRF token. Here is a patch method to update the record. So you write this one. So here this is the form. Once you click the edit button, it's coming here. The appropriate, what's the ID you are clicking here? What's the edit button you are clicking on here? This all the record will be passing to the edit page. So here it's a value. It's a value section. Employee name, employee DB, DOB, employee phone number. It's passing to the relevant field in the relevant fields. Okay. So employee, so employee DOB is a phone. It's passing over here. It's passing over here. Okay, it's passing over here, right? So get passing over here. After that, if you made the changes and click the update button, it goes to the employee controller update action method along with the ID, right? Along with the ID. So go to the employee controller update action. It's a edit page. So edit page also we have written this one. Sorry. So here the edit. So right here's the edit. So here the controller section. The control section we have to copy this too. So I will explain don't worry. The edit also we have write it over here. This code update also we have write this code. Right. This is all the must write. So here edit what the thing is here that it is here. Once you click the edit button, so what I did here is in my index page, it's calling the route. It's a route employee controller edit action method. So we have a values plus ID. So here it goes here, it retrieving here. So ID is coming here. This ID. Here only we are setting the ID only here. Here ID. This ID. So it's the ID is coming. It's getting the ID. Here there is a here this is my which one? This is my model, employee model object here. There is a method called find. We have to find in the records. Here, how easy it is, the framework is easy. There is a, if you create the records, create method is there. If you find the record, there is a find method is there. Find the record, what is the ID is coming here. Based on the ID, you are finding the matching data from the database. Okay, what's the ID is coming, the appropriate ID, the matching ID, uh, appropriate record will be loaded and passing to here. After that, this record will be passing to here. It will be passing to where return page pages folder. Okay, pages folder, edit page. Okay, so we have write only edit. Don't blade on only. Don't just like this name only you are given. Edit, right? It is passing to the appropriate result, right? After that, what I did here is here update. What I did here is after edit the data, after you have to the data is coming here. After you have to edit the data, what you want to edit, and click update button. It goes to the employee controller update action method along with the ID. So it's coming here. Get the result, your data plus ID. First you have to find the ID, the relevant record is correct or not. After that, what is the data you have made? It's like an array type. Okay, so you have write employee because this employee array format is a request array. You have to write like this. You have to, if you have to call it the update method, it will be update the data and return to the employee page. The same thing. Very simple. When you update the record, it's coming the data and ID. The form data and ID. So if you insert the record, only the record only coming here. Record, your record and our primary key both are coming here. This like this data, phone number, DOB, employee, and plus this ID. Both are coming and edit the records, right? Okay, final one is a destroy method, which is a delete method. So here it's a delete the part. There is a final one here, right? Copy this, paste over here, right? I have show the way, right? Here index page, when you click the delete button, delete method means this delete button. If you click on this, what happens is, if you click the delete button, it goes to the employee control destroy action method along with this ID. Okay, this ID, primary key, this ID, primary key. So it goes to where here employee controller destroy action method, get the ID find from the database table via the model. Here, if you have a model object, find the table. There is a the ORM tool means there's a Laravel. There is a method which is a delete. If you call this delete, the entire row has been deleted. If you delete this row, if you click on this one, this entire row has been deleted. Right? Or redirect to the same page. If you employ me, the same page redirect. Here, if you click employee, this employee. If you are given here the same page, you have redirect. Here the employee redirect. Okay, simple stuff. This is how we have managed the CRUD operation. Now I'm going to again we have to save all. We already save all. By now I am refresh the application. Now I'm going to edit the data. Just click edit here. It goes the data is going to go like this way, right? So here also I'm going to what I did here is here I'm going to edit page, the index page, all the here I've given this. Here you can see here this all the form. Here the custom CSS. Here also you can call it as call class form area. We have to call it over here. Here also you can additional CSS style you have write here. Push CSS and push you have write the form area. Right, this form area is all the style I'm going to given here as a my edit page as well. Edit page also the same style I'm going to call it. Right, calling right the edit page, and the edit page also you have to call this one also the table. Right. So here you bring back to the history. Simple. It's here. Once you click the edit this data, you have to click on this. All the data, check the data value should be coming here. If you make the changes, JD. So here you have to click 12. Click update. Here record has been updated. Perfect. It is updated successfully. If you delete the record, you click delete button. Record has been deleted. We done the CRUD operation well. I hope you guys you understood the Laravel 11 CRUD operation well. Congratulations. Thank you.